From the land down under, with the rock at its centre, comes the little Aussie Watchman. This is part 2 of the Lin Wood and David Clements versus Michael Flynn and Patrick Byrne 2020 election truth split. We continue our journey through Lin Wood's Telegram posts. On the 24th of November, Lin does something quite strange. He accuses General Flynn of praying an occult prayer. This is what Flynn prayed.
We are your instrument of those sevenfold rays and all your archangels, all of them. We will be the instrument of your will, whatever it is. In your name, and the name of your legions.
There is clearly something wrong with that prayer. The sevenfold rays of light is a prayer that comes from Elizabeth Clare Prophet, who was part of the Theosophical Society, a New Age occult religion-type organisation. It's a New Age prayer. Michael Flynn has said that it is a prayer to St Michael the Archangel, his namesake. Given his Catholic background, he is not aware that praying to angels is strictly prohibited in biblical Christianity. Michael Flynn claims it is a Catholic prayer, but the prayer is not known as any prayer to St Michael known in Catholic circles. A few days later, Patrick Byrne returns with a salvo of his own, calling Lin a Tacky Kook, claiming that Michael Flynn's prayer doesn't mean he is not a patriot fighting for the country. He claims the differences are cultural and not important. Be tolerant, Patrick claims. I sort of can see his point of view there, albeit it is clear Flynn's religion is way off centre and his Christian knowledge quite embryonic. Patrick, however, points out that Lin's belief that Trump is still president, and he really has a secret code and is still part of the army reporting to him, is just kooky and not correct. Makes sense, but Patrick Wood also quite clearly claims he doesn't really believe Kyle Rittenhouse's accusation against Lin Wood. Lin Wood retorts by claiming Byrne's video is 33 minutes and 33 seconds long, clearly referencing Masonic influence and also occult knowledge, something the Theosophical Society would be involved in. On the 24th, Lin claims that Sidney Powell had stabbed him in the back. Goes on to claim that he had no part in Powell's Defend the Republic Foundation, and he's demanded that his name be removed from all filings that she has made, because he was never a part of it to begin with. The next day, Lin claims Flynn is behind Kyle Rittenhouse's attack on him and names a group of people which include Dan Bongino, Jack Posobiec, as part of the Mockingbird media to amplify those claims. He finishes the day saying that he now knows John Pierce was also a victim of David Hancock, who now realises Lin's role was probably not nefarious. The plot thickens on the 26th as we find out that Joe Flynn, brother of Michael Flynn, asked one of the large donors of Fightback's Rittenhouse bail fundraiser, Rick Schroeder, that Rick's phone and computer needed to be swept as per Lin's orders. Lin claims he never asked for such a thing. The other interesting tidbit is that Lin links Flynn with Q, hinting that Q was all along a psychological operation. On the same day, David Clements from the Professor Record pulls out of the Reawaken America tour as he does not want to associate with people that have not stood for Lin Wood. Next day, Lin goes completely ballistic. He starts by saying that his organisation Fightback has been independently audited, and asks whether Michael Flynn's, Patrick Byrne's or Sidney Powell's has been, and includes the comment, "Grifters have much to hide," insinuating that those three giants of the 2020 election truth movement are doing it to make money. He then goes on and throws Sebastian Gorka under the bus as well, claiming he is a deep state operative. He also claims that Patrick Byrne was trying to ensnare him. Lin claims that the Stop the Steal is a deep state organisation and is not dispersing the monies for the advertised purpose. He provides video of a call he had with Patrick Byrne where Byrne throws Sydney under the bus, says her Defund the Republic organisation is really just about protecting Sydney, that it is a for-profit organisation, and that Sydney was vindictive and made up stuff between Patrick and herself and was acting completely crazy. Lin rounds off the day suggesting that he has been played by Flynn and Sidney, that he was a victim of a military psychological operation. He suggests that Michael Flynn may have been a willing participant in the CIA plot to frame Donald Trump while he was in office. This seems a little far-fetched given the personal pain he suffered at the hands of the FBI, or so we have been led to believe. He was a lifelong Democrat. On the 28th, Lin directly accuses Flynn and Logan of sabotaging the 2020 election audits to reverse the 2020 election fraud. Patrick Byrne responded to Lin's accusation by claiming that when Lin secretly recorded him and released it, he basically lost all Patrick's respect, which does sound like quite a reasonable response. However, his jab about believing Kyle is dumb because Kyle seems to be clearly coached to say something that was false. And also, this is something that Patrick Byrne previously had said he did not believe. Lin Wood responds by making it clear nobody attacking him paid 1 cent to Kyle's bail, while he personally guaranteed $150,000. He goes on to mention the charities that replaced him, which was set up by David Hancock, were frauds. On the 3rd of December, Lin opines on why the deep state went to such extraordinary lengths to defame him, which includes the Tucker Carlson-Kyle Rittenhouse interview, and doing all this without asking for Lin's side of the story. The answer, he claims, is because he solely fought for the children being abused and killed for satanic rituals and his exposure of it. Evil is deep, and the deep state is deeper. The fracas between these groups is fascinating. Whether it is a ploy to pretend the movement is fractured, or whether it is the result of the deep state fooling both sides, or whether the deep state is deeply embedded in the 2020 election truth movement is hard to say. Hopefully, the truth comes out soon.